So many of you are loving my 21 no supply games for kids that it was past due time for me to create a new games video that requires zero supplies. So if you are a teacher or a leader or a parent, can easily pull one of these games out of your back pocket to play with your class. Hi friends, I'm Shawn. Welcome to my channel. I would love for you to subscribe because I like to balance the seriousness of ministry life with the silliness. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more games like this, and also stay tuned for my next video, which will be Sunday school Bible games that require zero supply. Shadow Charades. This is played just like charades, where you draw something out of a box, an object, person, place, or thing, and you have to act it out, and the other players have to guess what you're acting out. Except you don't use your full body like normal charades. No. Grab a flashlight, dim the lights in your room, and you're gonna be making shadow puppets. Hey, move it down. And whoever can guess the shadow wins the game. It's a fun and creative twist on a traditional game. Silent ball. Shh. For this game, you will need a pretend ball that you will be passing to other players. Have everybody sit in a circle. The leader of the game starts out with the pretend ball. They pass it, they toss it to another player. That person must pass the ball to another player, all as quietly as possible. If the leader hears any sort of noise, that player is out of the game. You play until there is only one person remaining holding the ball. And you must keep the ball going. You gotta keep throwing the ball. Throw in the quiet, silent ball. Of course, you can also play this game if you have an actual ball. You can play it, and if the ball bounces or makes any noise, whoever throws it then is out. Echo, 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 echo. The leader says a word. And the players must repeat it. But each time the word is said, the players must repeat it quieter than the first time they said it. This game tests memory and listening skills, so it's a great way to calm everybody down and get everybody to listen. And the word can be any word, any word you want, but you start it off loud and you keep going down quiet until everybody is listening. Statue tag. This one reminds me of an episode of Doctor Who with the creepy angel statues. Where if you're not looking at them, they sneak up on you. This is a variation of your traditional tag game. When players are tagged, they must freeze in place. They can move again if another player tags them. If you want to play the Doctor Who person, the players pick one person to be Doctor Who.
The Doctor will see you now!
And Doctor Who runs around and tags the statues. But if Doctor Who's back is turned, the statues can unfreeze themselves and everybody can move again. Sardines. Ugh, I absolutely hate sardines. Does anybody, let me know in the comment section down below. No, seriously. If you like sardines, let me know. Because I question whether or not people actually like sardines. I played this growing up at church. As teenagers, we had so much fun playing sardines. Here's how to play. It's similar to hide and seek, but with a twist. One person hides while the other players count together. Instead of a lot of players hiding, the one player hides and the rest of the players must find that player, but they can't go together. They can go in small groups or individuals, so they can't go all together. And when a player finds the one player that's hiding, they stay with them and also hide in that same spot. Is to basically have a bunch of kids squeezed into a closet or a room or a hallway behind the organ. We play this in the churches a lot. The loser of the game is whoever finds everybody last. It's just a fun game. Everybody's stacked up like sardines in a tiny hiding space. That one, of course, is great for teenagers. Wink murder. I cannot wink. This game can only be played with those people who can actually wink, okay? I can sort of do this motion with winking, but this one, no, I just got blinking. So you can either play wink murder. One player is the detective. So put on your pretend detective hat. The detective leaves the room. The remainder of the players must silently choose a murderer, one person to be a murderer. The detective returns to the room, and the one player that was chosen to be the murderer then tries to unalive the other players by winking or blinking, okay? And if the murderer looks at you and blinks, you gotta lay down and pretend to be dead, okay? And the detective has to figure out who the murderer is. Has to figure out who is blinking. And so, of course, the murderer has to be sneaky and blink when the detective isn't looking. That's the game. Telephone charades. Now, this is similar to the traditional, did I say that correctly? To the traditional telephone game, you know, where you whisper a phrase in someone's ear and everybody's either sitting in a line or a circle and everybody has to repeat the phrase, and then the last person says the phrase and it's usually nothing that the first person said, and it's hilarious. Similar to that. Similar, but not the same. This is a twist. Players still sit in a line or a circle. The first player still whispers a word or a phrase to the second player. But here's where the twist takes effect. The second player must then stand up and act out the word or the phrase, silently, not using any words. The third player then must take that and act it out to the fourth player, and so on until you get to the end of the line. The last person acts out the word or the phrase, and everybody tries to guess what the first player's word or phrase was. Equally hilarious. Who's missing? Players sit in a circle with their eyes closed. The leader of the group picks one person to leave the room. The players then all open their eyes and they pick a second person together to leave the room. They move themselves in different positions around the room and call back in the first player. First player re-enters and has to guess who is missing. So as you can tell from the game, this is a game that's great to play with large groups. The more people, the better. If you have a small group, it's gonna be very easy to guess who left the room. Come back for my next video on Bible-themed games. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.